Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Before I begin, here are my disclaimers. Today I am going to give you an update about BlackBerry LTD quarterly report. BlackBerry Limited offers a diverse range of businesses and services that cater to various needs of enterprises and governments worldwide. The company's key offerings include secure communication solutions, BlackBerry Dynamics BBM Enterprise Secu Suite, and ad hoc unified endpoint management UEM solutions, device security and authentication solutions through BlackBerry Certicom monitoring and telematics solutions for transportation and logistics via BlackBerry Radar vehicle data platform, and predictive insights through BlackBerry Ivy Enterprise consulting and engineering consulting services. Patent licensing. These services are provided across three segments: secure communications, QNX, and licensing. Der Aktienkurs von BlackBerry Limited im Vergangenen Jahr blieb weiterhin stable und weist nur Einjährige von -53% auf. Dies kann auf verschiedene Faktoren zurückzuführen sein. Der Markt hat bereits die Nachrichten erwartet und in den Aktienkurs eingearbeitet. Die Nachrichten wurden als nicht wesentlich angesehen oder hatten neutral Auswirkungen. Breiter Marktbedingungen oder makroökonomische Faktoren überschatteten die Auswirkungen spezifischer Unternehmensnachrichten. Es gab möglicherweise kein wirklich bahnbrechende Nachrichten, die ein Großkursreaktion ausgelöst hätten. Einige Beispiel für solche Ereignis könnten routinemäßig Quartalsbericht, kleiner Partnerschaftsankündigungen oder Produktupdates sein, die kein wesentlichen neuen Markt erschließen. Ohne konkret täglich Kursdaten und ein detaillierte Korrelation mit jedem einzelnen Nachrichtenereignis kann jedoch kein definitive list erstellt werden. The primary drivers of revenue growth or decline in the company's financial performance can be summarized as follows. Revenue growth is primarily driven by the QNX segment, which saw a 12.9% increase in revenue due to higher QNX royalty revenue and development seat revenue. Additionally, BlackBerry Radar revenue also contributed to the growth. On the other hand, revenue decline was mainly attributed to the secure communications segment, which experienced a 9.2% decrease in revenue due to lower SecuSmart product revenue. The licensing segment also saw a decline of 1.7%. Other factors that impacted revenue include changes in amortization expense and investment income, as well as decreases in deferred revenue and gross margin percentage. Net income experienced a significant turnaround from -$71.6 million in 2024 to $28.9 million in 2025, an increase of $100.5 million. This improvement was also evident in Q3 2025 compared to Q3 2024, with a change of plus $24.2 million. Profit margins saw notable changes as well. Gross margin percentage increased by 1.5% to 75.5%, while operating expenses decreased from 71.7% to 69%. Research and development expenses dropped by 1.4%, but sales and marketing expenses rose by 3.6%. The reasons behind these changes include a decrease in amortization expense, increased benefits from SIF claims filed, and reduced impairment of long-lived assets. These adjustments contributed to the overall improvement in net income and profit margins. The company is generating a significant amount of positive operating cash flow, with notable figures including $17 million for the 3 months ended November 30, 2025, and $17.9 million in the third quarter of fiscal 2026. These substantial amounts indicate a strong financial position, allowing the company to invest in its operations and achieve long-term growth. The company's financial summary reveals a mixed picture regarding its debt level and interest expenses. While the total contractual and other obligations increased by $5.6 million due to purchase obligations and commitments, the actual debt level remained relatively stable, increasing by only $0.9 million from February 28, 2025 to November 30, 2025. In terms of interest expenses, there is a decrease of $1.6 million, which may be attributed to lower borrowing costs or more efficient management of debt. However, the interest paid during the period remained constant at $4.5 million for both 9 months ended November 30, 2024 and 2025. Overall, while there are some fluctuations in specific areas, such as contractual obligations, the company's debt level and interest expenses have not changed significantly. Regional Performance Review. The financial summary reveals a mixed performance across various regions and segments. Notably, North America and other regions demonstrated strong growth, with revenue increases of $2 million and $4.7 million respectively in the first segment, page 45. This trend continued into the second segment, where these regions saw further growth of $2.9 million. In contrast, Europe, Middle East, and Africa experienced significant declines in revenue, totaling $2.8 million in the first segment and a substantial $7.7 million in the second segment. Licensing also struggled, with a decrease of $0.6 million in the first segment and a smaller decline of $0.3 million in the second. The secure communications segment was particularly disappointing, with a revenue drop of $18.9 million in the second segment. These results highlight areas that require attention to improve overall performance. Management's outlook and strategy. According to recent financial summaries, management is optimistic about the company's future prospects. They emphasize the importance of efficiently managing working capital balances and liquidity needs, pages 30 and 59. Additionally, they are focused on cost reduction and efficiency improvements through streamlining corporate functions and reducing annual expenses, page 36. The company expects a positive impact from changes in working capital, with a strategy to reduce deferred revenue and accrued liabilities, page 58. Management also provides guidance on key financial metrics for Q4 2026 and fiscal year 2026 as a whole, indicating confidence in the company's performance. Overall, management's outlook is positive, driven by efforts to optimize operations and maintain liquidity. BlackBerry's acquisitions and divestitures. A summary. In recent years, BlackBerry has undergone significant changes through acquisitions and divestitures. On the acquisition side, one notable transaction is the sale of Cylance endpoint security assets and liabilities to Arctic Wolf. This move highlights BlackBerry's strategic focus on cybersecurity. On the divestiture side, BlackBerry has made several key moves. The company sold QNX to the Ministry of Innovation, Science and Economic Development Canada as part of its SIF, Strategic Innovation Fund. Additionally, BlackBerry settled an employment class action lawsuit for $2.8 million. Furthermore, the Cylance endpoint security assets were also sold to Arctic Wolf. These transactions demonstrate BlackBerry's efforts to streamline its operations and focus on core business areas while divesting non-core assets. The company's financial summary reveals that it has engaged in two significant activities related to its capital structure. Firstly, the company has bought back shares through its NCIB share buyback program, authorizing up to 27.9 million shares for purchase. Secondly, during the 9 months ended November 30, 2025, the company repurchased and settled 8.6 million common shares. Notably, there is no indication that the company has paid dividends to its shareholders. Concerns about inventory buildup and supply chain disruption. Our financial summary reveals a pressing concern regarding inventory buildup. A notable increase of $2 million in inventory is highlighted on page 57, indicating potential issues with stock management. This development raises questions about the efficiency of our supply chain and whether we are experiencing disruptions that could impact future operations. That concludes the financial summary for BlackBerry Ltd. Feel free to comment below, and I will be happy to answer them when possible.